We're looking forward to going on the road, playing Western Kentucky. Kind of been the standard bearer the last few years in our league, playing at a high level the last, 3, 4, 5 years. Everything really for them starts with their quarterback, Mike White. Just got a really talented guy. His arm's great, does a nice job running their offense. They're really starting to come into their own. They had the coaching change and really starting to find themselves offensively, and they're getting better each week. And it's a tough challenge for us on the road. We've never been there, so we're looking forward to that. Never been to this stadium or this. We've never played Western. They're on our side, but we hadn't played them. So Coach Sanford's got them, playing at a high level right now. It's going to be a tough challenge for us on the road.
For the most part, we did do pretty well. We didn't do as well as you wanted to do. We just wanted to stop the run more so, and we didn't do that necessarily. We had to do some changes at halftime, and hopefully we'll get it right this week. They do a lot of movement, like a lot of blue smoke and mirrors, so communication will be key this week. We just plan on talking as much as possible and make sure everybody knows their job. Oh, definitely. We're always trying to progress every single week, so Coach Wally makes sure we talk about staying positive, make sure we finish out games, and making sure we got the offenses back the same way they have ours.
One thing I would say is just continue to just be consistent. Everybody just working on what we need to do and what we're in control of. As a team, and what we all have to apply in order to make the offense work. But one thing I say is just continue being consistent. I figure out every week that we learn something about ourselves different. So that's one thing I'll say.
Well, the one thing we got off the field, I felt like we created a couple of turnovers. Well, we created one turnover on defense, but I just really thought up front our guys played extremely well. We could have stopped the run a little bit better in certain spots, but we let the one big play get out on us. I told our team, if you win the turnover margin, you have a shot at the end of the game. There were not a lot of big plays in the game, and I thought our front, we had it under control. The one thing coming in to the Marshall game, they were beat up in their offensive line, so I kind of liked that matchup, our front against their line, and I think that kind of played out throughout the game that we could control the line of scrimmage. Quarterback missed a few throws, I thought, early in the game that helped us. But our guys just hung in there and got off the field when we needed to. They missed a field goal. So, I think that's the lowest point total we've held an FBS opponent to. And I just was really proud of our guys just to keep hoeing. And then you look up in the fourth quarter when you win the turnover margin and you limit big plays, you have a chance in the fourth quarter to win the game. And I thought that was real critical. We got to make that field goal down the stretch, get it a one-score game. That's what we were trying to do. And I just was real proud of our guys. I thought they played extremely hard on the defensive side of the ball. They were running to the ball hard, and against an offense I thought was pretty good. Well, I think the problem we had offensively when we came back in on Sunday was we'd have one or two guys like maybe mess something up on a play. And I tell our team all the time, that's the difference between defense and offense. You can actually be out of your gap on defense and have a tackle for a loss. If our right guard goes the wrong direction on a play, now there's a D lineman in the backfield and it throws the whole play out of kilter. So execution is the premium on offense, and I just felt like when we came back in, if we'd have executed a little bit better in some certain spots, we could have moved the ball a little bit more. So I think that's going to be the key for us every week is, we got to get a little bit better at executing just in my little world. Like that's what we talk to the guys about. You try to go one play at a time and handle your business on this particular play. And now the defenses you play against, sometimes they create those problems for you. And I thought Marshall played extremely hard on defense. They tackled well. We couldn't break any tackles in there, and they played well. But I think for us offensively, we got to keep focusing in. The one thing we've done tremendous job of the last two games is we're not turning the ball over. We had to take care of that problem. Our penalties were way down. I told our team we had 2 penalties going into the fourth quarter. We ended up with 6. A couple of them, the pass interference call on Trent, that's always a hard one for me as a defensive guy because I think they push off on every play, but and they don't call it, but ever so often. So, but the 2 personal fouls, we got to eliminate that. Jeff knows he made a mistake. He can't take that shot on the quarterback. And then we had one at the end that I want the guys to keep their composure, no matter what the scoreboard says. You have to have class and handle yourself with composure. So, but I think offensively, if we'll really zero in on execution, because that's we don't have a big margin for error. We gotta eliminate as much as we can and give ourselves a chance at the end. Well, I know for me personally, I'm a big guy. I get on to the next one pretty quick, because when you look at Western's offensive line, for me to sit around and crying my tears or however you want to say it, like, we've got to move on, and Western's got a really good football team, and you gotta pick yourself up and prepare each week like you're going to go win the game. I mean, that's why we're here, is to go win the next game. And so that's our mentality with our football team is, we show up on Monday and go to work. I know it hurts, guys, but we gotta forget it and drive on. We've got to move to the next one and try to go win the next one, because it doesn't get any easier. Each week you stack up. So we got to go one game at a time and prepare this week like we did last week and the week before, and eliminate, like we say, eliminate the turnovers, win the turnover battle, execute, cut the penalties down, and you look up in the fourth quarter and you have a chance to win the game the last 2 weeks, and that's what we got to do. No, we got 6 left. But you can't. As I tell the guys all the time, you can't win 6 until you win 1, right? So you just got to win the first one, and if we pull a Miami of Ohio last year, who was 0-6 and won 6 in a row, but you can't do that until you get this one under your belt. So I think that's the main focus, is 1 week at a time, and let's go try to win this one, and that's got to be our mentality.
We other than how the season's been going, we still go out there and work for one another. Just still, like I was saying, just being consistent. In order to get results, we still have to work hard. Day to day. Even however which the game went that past week, we still got to show up the next day and try to give it everything we got and be the best that we can. For the people that we are going against. Especially at Western Kentucky. So. I feel as though day to day we just work hard just for one another, and we're just trying to win. We're working for the team, so that's exactly how I feel coming from me.
Personally, I think hard work is what we're gonna have to do. Just keep working, no matter what. No matter what your results are, you gotta stick to what you know and how you got here in the first place. So hard work is definitely gonna be our thing. We gotta trust the process. Just because we haven't seen the diamonds at the end of the road yet, we just gotta keep sawing, keep hoeing, just keep doing what we gotta do.